Welcome back to the Hollywood Dreammaker podcast. This is episode 95. Wow, I can't believe I've done 95 consistency. When I decided I wanted to create a podcast, it was early on during the pandemic. The doors were closed at the studio, and I was like, how do I continue to spread my message, my voice to the world? And the podcast idea came up. I had no idea that 4 years later, or four seasons later, I would be doing episode 95. I wanted to jump on and do a solo episode because this is going to air, I believe, the 12th of December. I'm going to be away in Italy for Christmas. Lucky me. I feel very blessed and grateful to be able to travel with my family to Italy for Christmas. So there will not be an episode on the 26th. I'm going to take a little Christmas and New Year's break. But I just wanted to express my gratitude to you listeners out there. I looked at my analytics and I looked at, where this podcast is being listened to, and I am the almost top 1% of all podcasts globally. I have listeners all over the world, and I created this podcast for you. I do this really, I don't do it. I'm not making money from it. I do it just because I want to leave my wisdom and my knowledge, my many, many years in this business. I want to leave for you, the listener. I believe success leaves clues, and I've been very successful, and I've made the dream a reality, and I'm constantly chasing new dreams. And, if I can do it, you can do it. I come from nothing. I come from a rough, broken home in Brooklyn, New York, and I came out to Hollywood at 18 with $200 in my pocket, and I made the dream a reality. So literally, if I can do it, you can do it. So never give up on your dreams. Listen to your heart. Okay. And I just want to go back to, like a little recap of, this year. Hopefully, if you've been listening to my podcast, every year I like to create a vision for the new year. And maybe you made some list or goals that you wanted to achieve in 2023. And now we're at the end of December, and you may be looking at those goals and going, wow, these things didn't happen for me. Okay. Sometimes, it takes a little longer than you think. So you got to just continue to see the vision, right? If you're an actor and you're going out there and you're getting auditions, or you can't find an agent, whatever it may be, you just got to stay consistent, okay? And keep moving forward. Do not let no's stop you. Okay. I like no's. I believe every no brings you closer to a yes. So you want to get some no's, right? I mean, I always tell the story of when I came out to Hollywood and I needed an agent, and that $200 ran out real fast. And I was like, how do I get an agent? Well, this is in 1984, December 14th of 1984. And I literally banged on doors, and I got a lot of no's, and doors slammed in my face. And I went through the A's, the B's, the C's, the D's. And, I kept banging because failure was not an option. Okay. I had to get an agent. I was not going home. First off, I didn't have a ticket home. So, like they say, if you want to take the island, burn the boat. Well, there was no boat back. And I didn't want to be homeless. And I had to figure out, how am I going to get an agent? So I just kept on banging on that door till somebody said yes. So if you're out there and you're frustrated because you don't have an agent, just keep banging on the door. Keep working on you, working on your craft, mentally, spiritually, physically. Stay out of your head, stay out of your own way. Don't listen to the naysayers. Okay. Maybe take a little inventory in your life and go, what have I been doing with myself this past year? What are those areas in my life that I'm wasting time? How many of you, and I'm me included, waste time, scrolling on Instagram or TikTok or whatever. That is literally a waste of time. If you could take that energy you're spending scrolling on dumb shit, excuse my French, and focus it on you as an actor, and really working on your craft and working on your self-tapes, and, studying, getting into an acting class. Well, guess what? If you can't get into an acting class, there's so much free stuff out there. Okay. I mean, this podcast is 95 episodes. It's like a success library, Okay. I've had Academy Award winners, Golden Globe, Emmy Award winners, producers, writers. I mean, it's just a wealth of information. These are people that had a dream and then went out there and they made the dream a reality. And they're leaving the breadcrumbs for you, the listener out there. So scoop it up. Okay. Go back, listen to some episodes you haven't listened to. Please share this podcast. I don't promote the podcast. There's a wealth of information out there. So please share it with your actor friends. Share it with other people in your life. Maybe, you don't even have to be an actor. This is just a motivational. It applies to all areas of life. I have episodes on meditation and breathing and, just tools, life tools. So please share. Go to my Instagram, Actor Billy Gallo, and follow me. I've had some amazing, pieces up there, just inspirational posts, because, my whole goal is to inspire others to follow their dreams. Okay, so this truly is a wealth of information. So go to my YouTube channel. Type in Billy Gallo on YouTube and you'll see Inside the Manhattan Actor Studio, and follow that, subscribe to it. You can see the video element of the podcast that lives on my YouTube channel. Okay, so I want to go back and recap, what's going on. You have to be consistent. When I had this idea of this podcast, I had no idea anything about podcasts. I had never done a podcast. I didn't really listen to a podcast. But I had an idea that I wanted to create a podcast. Well, now I'm 4 years into it, and 4 seasons and 95 episodes. My goal right now is to hit 100 episodes, and then I'm going to have to take a little bit of a break. Not that I'm stopping the podcast, but I have to, really put laser focus on what my dream is now. My dream is to produce my movie. Now, I said to myself in the beginning of this year that I was going to have a screenplay finished about my life, this movie that I've written, and now I just had a pitch meeting last week with Searchlight Pictures to produce my movie, and now I had a dream and I took massive action. I put in the work, and now there's a script, and now I'm moving forward with making my movie. Anything you want in your life, you can achieve it if you go after it with a vengeance, relentlessly. Okay. And don't take no's for an answer. Okay. You got to have thick skin. You got to be tough. You got to be like a rhinoceros. You got to have 2-inch thick skin. You got to charge, go after what you want. Okay. That's what it's all about. It's like, a magnifying glass. Okay. If you take a magnifying glass and you point it in a direction for long enough, the sun, you can start a fire. But if you take that magnifying glass and you move it all over the place, it's not going to start a fire. So I want you to be laser focused on your dream. This is what I want. This is what I want to achieve, and put all your energy in there, right? And it will set a fire. Okay. That's how you make dreams a reality. Okay. So write down your dreams, make a list, get out a piece of paper, write a list. These are my dreams. These are my goals. Okay, these are my long-term goals. These are my intermediate terms. These are my short, goals. And write these lists down and write it down and say, this is what I want. Okay, but you have to be laser focused. Don't be all over the place. I want to do this and I want to do this and I want to do this. No, just stay focused on one goal and put all your energy toward that one goal. And you can make that goal, that dream, a reality. Okay, anything I've ever wanted in my life, anything that I've ever visualized, okay, this is the key. This is the secret, is visualization. You have to see it and believe it and then go after it like you mean it. Okay, so I want you to start, this is December 12th, I believe, this episode. So, it's the end of the year. New Year's is coming. So start your goals for New Year's resolutions, right? I don't believe in New Year's resolutions, because I believe people say, oh yeah, I'm going to do this. And then, I'm going to get in shape, and they work out for 2 weeks and then that goes out the window. And I know, me too. I've done it. I'm constantly having to put myself back on the tracks. I get derailed, right? Right now, it's been almost a month that I haven't had any alcohol in my life, right? Because I've had a lot of people die in my life, and I found myself, feeling sad and maybe trying to have a cocktail to numb away the pain, but that doesn't do anything. The pain's still there, okay? So I gave it up and I exchanged it for going to the gym and working out every day. And I'm back in shape, because, when you put stuff into your body, crappy stuff, you get out of shape, you get a beer belly or whatever it is. So, turn those negative habits into positive. If you're going to stuff something in your face, look at it and go, is this good for me? If the answer is no, put it down, put something else in your mouth. Okay. You got to take care of you. Okay, you're a product, you're selling a product to Hollywood. Okay, what are you selling to Hollywood? So you got to know you're selling you, you're selling everything about you. So you want to take care of yourself. I mean, that's the most important thing is take care of your instrument. That means meditation. That means daily, walks. That means working out. That means, taking care, drinking a lot of water, taking care of your skin, really figuring out your castability. Oh, I see myself playing this role. Great. Find a piece of material, work on it, work on your self-tapes. There's just a wealth of information out there. Now you got to be careful, okay? I've typed in acting classes into a search bar, and I get bombarded on Facebook and Instagram, and everybody and their mother has a digital course, and everybody's an expert on acting. Okay, there's a lot of fakers out there. Do not listen to the fakers. Do your homework, vet them. Go to IMDb, look them up. What have they done? Okay. You want to follow somebody that actually had success in this business. Why do you want to, learn from somebody who's never done it? I mean, I'm blown away when I look at some of these people and I look at the IMDb credits and they got, they've done some background work, the guy on the bus or whatever, and they're going to teach you how to become a working actor. They made $7 as an actor, they've done a bunch of short films, and there's nothing wrong with doing short films. You want to do short films, but they've made no money in this business. Okay. I mean, reality is you want to be able to make a living as an actor. So, make sure you're listening to the right people. There's a lot of people, casting directors out there, or managers that, what do they know about acting? Okay, they represent some actors, cool, but have they been in the hot seat? Have they been on the other side of the table? Do they know what it's like to be an actor? To do the work? There's just a lot of fakers out there. So please, make sure that you're listening to the right person. Okay, it's really important because I can't believe, I mean, literally every day I have to, I'm so busy right now, but I have to create my digital course because, I created it, but I'm a perfectionist. I want it to be the best digital course ever. So, I'm looking to reshoot some stuff that I wasn't happy with. But, I'm doing a disservice to you out there because, it should be out there. So I have to kind of give myself a swift kick in and get this course out there. So keep an eye out. My digital course is coming real soon. Also, just take some time for you to write down those goals. And I want you to take and circle the top 3 goals, short-term goals. And then I want you to make a list of actions. This is how I'm going to make that dream a reality. This is the action that I have to take. And then I want you to go and I want you to start scratching those things off the list. I want you to take massive action. Okay. You have to put all your energy. This is not a business that you give 50%. Okay. This is something you have to give 150%. But you guys, it's easy for you now. You have such cool things that I wish I had when I was a young actor coming into Hollywood. You have a cell phone in your pocket that's got a great camera. I mean, you can shoot your own movie. I am constantly preaching to my actors, create, create, create. Don't wait for the phone to ring. Okay. You have this little device in your pocket, right? And this is a little movie studio. You can write on it. You can shoot on it. You can edit on it. You don't need the fancy schmancy camera. This will do the job. Okay. So start creating. I went to a screening a couple nights ago. One of my actors, he was on my podcast. If you want to listen to Hunter Shigley and Rob Zoppo's podcast, they're my students, but they've taken what I've told them. I said, listen, you have to create, you have to write, you have to produce, you have to make your own projects. And I went to a screening at a big movie theater, the Culver City Short Film Festival, and it was amazing because there was 20 of my actors from the Manhattan Actor Studio in this short film. And he did exactly what I've been telling him. You have resources, use your resources, call in your friends. Maybe you have a friend who has a camera. Maybe you have a friend that's good at editing. Reach out to your actor friends and create your own projects and, walk the red carpet. And that's how people will start going, hey, I saw your film. I loved your film. Now they're writing a feature film. So, there's steps, but, now's the time to take massive action in the direction. There's no excuses. If you see yourself playing a cop, well, find that cop footage, monologue, and create some footage on yourself and have that on your LA casting and your actor access. So if a cop role comes along and you see a breakdown for a cop role, well, you send that piece of footage of you playing a cop. And if I'm a casting director and you served it up and I go, oh my gosh, he looks like a cop. He's playing yeah, let's bring him in for a self-tape. And then you do the work, right? And, the work is, if you don't know what the work is, doing really figuring out who this character is, making some choices, some big, bold choices, writing a backstory for your character, knowing everything there is to know about your character. What's your first name? What's your last name? Where'd you grow up? What's your childhood? What do you want to be in life? What are your dreams, your hopes, your desires? Where are you coming from? Previous circumstance? Where are you going? Ticking clock. Do you have a sensory condition going on? Is your character, intoxicated, or is your character having a stomach ache, or is your character cold, or, if your character were an animal, what animal would they be? Play with these choices. The more choices that you make, if you have a secret, secrets are fun to play. Right. If you have a secret in the scene, there's subtext that comes along with, your dialogue. You could be saying one thing, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's true because you have a secret and there's something underneath. I'll give you an example. If, you're doing a scene and there's two girls and one of them is talking about her husband has been acting weird, he's been acting strange. And the other girl's secret is she's been having an affair with her husband. Now, that's a secret. So now when the other person's asking you, telling you about, the husband, you go, you're covering, you're going, well, oh my gosh, but you're actually saying the subtext is, does she know? Why is she asking me this? So, secrets are fun to play. So, it's all about choices. Talent lies within your choices. So make some big, bold choices and start creating for yourself. There's no excuse. What do you have? Who does the character become because you're playing the character? What part of you, your soul, can you give to a character? Everything that happens in your life, the good, the bad, the ugly, all your stuff, that's your goal as an actor, right? I don't teach acting. I don't want to see anybody act. I want to see you be real, right? This camera is a lie detector, but it's also a truth detector. And if you're honest and you're vulnerable, right? Vulnerable is a key word. That's your vulnerability is your strength. If you can expose your pain, your truth, your whatever the given circumstance of the scene is, and leave it behind, whoever they're watching this piece of tape, that casting director, that agent, that manager, whatever, they're going to feel it because it's real. And that's how you make fans in this town, right? A casting director becomes a fan of your work, you're going to work. She's going to bring you in. You may not be right for this one, but she's going to bring you in for the next one. And then the next one. Oh, that didn't come, but she's going to keep bringing you back because you come in and you're playing the big game. You're not playing it safe, right? Safe is boring. Don't be safe. Be dangerous. Be vulnerable. Be truthful. Okay? Make some big, bold choices. Now with self-tapes, they're watching self-tape after self-tape after self-tape. Well, what big choices can you make, previous circumstances? So you come in guns blazing. Now I want to watch. So what's going on with this guy or this girl? These are the choices you want to make. So there's no excuses. Right now is your time. There's a little break, the holiday, the business shut down a little bit during the holiday. This is a time for you to not sit around and get soft and eat cookies. Yeah, you can have some Christmas cookies, but, go take care of you, work out, right? Work on your craft, set your goals for the new year, and then go after them like you mean it. Okay. You got to be hungry. You got to be relentless in the pursuit of this. Okay, so don't listen to the little voice in your head, right? Oh, don't be listening to the little procrastinating voice. Oh, I'll do it tomorrow, or you know what? Tomorrow doesn't exist. All you have is today. That's all you have. Yesterday is gone, right? Leave it in the past. You can't drive your car of life looking in the rearview mirror because you're going to crash. Okay, so leave it in the rearview mirror, learn from it, grow from it. If it's something painful, wonderful. That's your stuff. That's your gold in your actor toolbox. One day you're going to pick up a script and go, oh, I know. I'm going to just take this and I'm going to expose this through this character. And that's playing the big game. Okay. Go after your dreams. Okay. Set some goals, break some bad habits. Really go down, make a list of things that you're really proud of this year, what you've done, and make a list of things that you've wasted time. And I want you to look at that list and I want you to start scratching off the negative stuff, right? And changing it and doing more of that positive stuff, right? The stuff that makes you feel good. It's all about love. Okay. It sounds a little woo-woo, but it's all about love, right? If you love what you do, you love your family, you love your friends, you're living a life full of love. Love is the highest vibration there is. And if you come into a room, an audition, shining your light, right? That God-given light that you have within you, and you come with that energy and bringing that love, then people will be attracted to it because love is the highest vibration there is. So come from love, come from shining your light. Don't play small. Don't dim your light. Shine your light. The world needs your light. Be love, be light, be peace, be joy. Stay away from the news, the negative stuff. It's just negative. Make sure you're feeding yourself some really good stuff. Read some good books. Surround yourself with positive people. Be careful who you surround yourself with. My mother used to say, if you lie down with dogs, you get fleas. I didn't understand what that was when I was a kid, but I get it now, right? You want people that are going to lift you up. So, people that are already achieved where you want to go. And follow them. Find a mentor. Find somebody that you can learn from. Somebody who's already been there and achieved it. Like I said, success leaves clues. Find somebody that's been successful in it and follow them. I believe in you. Don't let anything stop you from going after your dreams, especially you. Stay out of your own way. Fuck fear. Have faith instead. Go after your dreams with a vengeance. I believe in you. 2024 is going to be an amazing year. Once again, my goal is to be producing a movie in 2024. And it's going to happen. I'm putting it out here right now on this recording. I am going to win the best picture for the Oscar for best picture and best original screenplay. I don't want one Oscar. I want 2 Oscars. See it, visualize it. I have it right here. Boom, right there. It's on my phone. Okay. See, I have 1, 2 Oscars. Okay. Create a vision board. See it, look at it every day, and then go after it with a vengeance. I believe in you. Don't let anything stop you. Have a wonderful Christmas and a happy new year. And I'll see you in the new year. Peace.